Illiterates in leadership. El-Rufai slams APC, says party has abandoned its ideals. Look at this man. Who are the illiterates in leadership? When you were the governor of Kaduna State for 8 years under Buhari, what did you people achieve? You've been in power and you're not talking as if you know better. What did you achieve in Kaduna State other than to supervise the annihilation of certain Kaduna Christians? Okay? And now you are coming to talk. I beg, second base. Let's hear what he has to say, saying that illiteracy in leadership. APC generally from 2015 have been a menace, a party of daredevils. I'm telling you till now. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasser El-Rufai has taken a swipe at his party, the All Progressive Congress APC, accusing it of abandoning its founding principles and fostering poor leadership. What do you mean? When you were there, what did you achieve? Because you don't have place. Speaking at National Conference in Abuja on strengthening democracy in Nigeria, El-Rufai described the state of governance and the position in the country as a national emergency. Can you imagine? So El-Rufai lamented the lack of internal democracy and active party structures within the APC, saying, I no longer recognize the APC. No party organ has met in 2 years. No caucus, no National Executive Council or the National Executive Committee, nothing. You don't even know if it is a one-man show. It is a zero-man show. Can you imagine? So the former governor criticized the quality of leadership emerging from political parties, attributing it to unqualified delegates. So you cannot afford to have illiterates, semi-illiterates, and cunning people as your leaders. This is why we end up with the poor leadership we have today, he said. Can you imagine? This was somebody that Tinubu and himself and Tinubu were like 5 and 6 during the campaign period of 2023. And now he's talking because the government of today is not favoring him again. He was there for 8 years as a governor under Buhari and was enjoying life and was Alpha and Omega. He was even supporting barbaric activities in Kaduna State. Now he's talking. So reflecting on the party's foundation, El-Rufai said the APC was originally established to combat corruption, rebuild the economy, and enhance security. So he however said the goals have been abandoned. What do you mean? So when you were the governor of Kaduna State, what happened in Southern Kaduna? How did you manage insecurity in Kaduna State as a governor for 8 years, rather than to support and be negotiating with bandits in the north, and even allowed infiltration of bandits through Kaduna? And you are here talking. This guy, he thought nobody will listen to him. We know his pedigree. APC generally, both the past and the present leaders in APC have no value, have nothing to offer Nigeria. That is the truth. It didn't start with Tinubu, but Tinubu just exacerbated it. That is just the situation. That is just the situation. So the problem that led to the creation of the APC remain unresolved, but I no longer believe the APC is interested in addressing them. Can you imagine? So the distance between me and the party is widening, he revealed. Of course, it will widen because the government of today is not your government. It's the government you had was with Buhari for 8 years. And what did you people achieve rather than crashing the economy beyond repair? And rather than Tinubu repairing it, he just, continued from wherever Buhari stopped. That was his promise, and he's fulfilling it very fast. So the problems that led to the creation of the party has not been resolved. Okay. So El-Rufai also urged opposition parties to unite and form a broad coalition to challenge the running party and protect democracy. Look at who is talking. So there are internal mercenaries in the PDP hired and motivated to destroy the party. Of course, Wike is one of them. So the Labour Party is also facing similar issues. Peter Obi himself told me, I don't know what's happening in the party I contested with. Can you imagine? So there seems to be a deliberate project to destroy opposition parties, he alleged. So citing a poll that reveals 75% of registered voters might abstain from the 2027 election. Can you imagine? So there's a poll that showed that 75% of registered voters might not take part in voting in 2027. Are you sure? So El-Rufai warned of an impending crisis. This is dangerous for those of us who lived half of our lives under military rule. We know what it is. We don't want a military rule, but we also don't want civilians behaving like the military in their Baba Riga and suits, he said. Can you imagine? So he appealed to opposition parties to set aside their differences and form a united front to save democracy so that you can find your footing again in politics. Because right now, Tinubu's government has rejected him completely and he does not know where to start from. I'm telling you, he does not know where to start from. So he's not trying to find a way to create an opposition where he will be relevant. That's what I say here. El-Rufai should hide his face in shame. He was part of Buhari's government for 8 years that damaged the country. So what is he saying? What is he saying? We understand all the Fulanization agenda that they perpetuated under Buhari, just that God did not allow them to achieve it. So what else does he want? It's not, we need advice to correct Nigeria, but not from people like him. That is it. There's a lot of people that brought problem to Nigeria when they are in power are speaking like they are sent. El-Rufai, you don't have good history. Of course, El-Rufai doesn't have good history at all. And he doesn't know. He thought Nigerians have forgotten. Not every Nigerian has short memory. Nothing like good in his history, but bad history, of course. They know history. They are just bloody hypocrites. All the trouble, division and insecurity were brought by them into Nigeria. Of course, El-Rufai and Buhari and all his cohorts. Nigerian, please stop being ignorant. You cannot fix the past, only the future. And please point out a lie in what Sir El-Rufai said. Look at what this one is saying. But this must be, well, I don't know where he's coming from to come and support what El-Rufai said. El-Rufai has not said anything. El-Rufai is part of the genesis of the problem of Nigeria right from 2015 when APC started. El-Rufai never brought insecurity. Okay, they have been in Nigeria way before 1960. See the changed names and target, but because of Nigeria's resources, they have always been hard. What do you mean? But it has never been the bad where kidnapping and killing is like daily bread. My friend, go and sleep. You don't know what you're saying. You are not the best student of history. Illiterates and certificate forgers is what we have today in government. From top most to bottom down. Can you imagine? Okay, from top most to bottom down. We hear you. We hear you. Definitely he is the principal of the illiterates, of course. El-Rufai is the principal of illiterates. He was crying, okay, he was crying now because, or he's crying now because he's not the part of the present government. Exactly. People have known your antics. We know his antics, but he has nothing to say at all. Degree not be illiteracy. The worst illiterate is the one that thinks he knows but doesn't know that he does not know anything, that he knows nothing. Okay, what you illiteracy, you polarized and impoverished Kaduna state citizens more than any governor that ruled the state. Political bandits, of course. We know exactly what he did in Kaduna and he's coming here to talk. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. He has no moral justification to accuse Tinubu's government because they started it.